Welcome to beautiful Culver City. I'm right here on Venice Boulevard and there's the 405 going over. There's a huge homeless encampment right underneath the bridge. The last big homeless encampment they actually cleaned out in Venice was a couple weeks ago. And I didn't know that they were cleaning it up. Sometimes they post like little paper and they say within the 24 hours or 3 days, you have to clean everything. Otherwise, they're gonna take everything they have here. And I just happened to drive by yesterday and I saw this little sign posted. So they're gonna clean this whole area up on Thursday. I'm here a couple days before. I just wanted to show you what it looks like before they're gonna do the big cleanup. And a lot of people know that I've done a lot of homeless encampment videos on my channel. I haven't done one in a while, but when it's something major like this, I just wanted to show you. It's almost like a mailbox. You can drop off some hazard things in here. You just open it up and then they're gonna pick it up. LA County is right here and right across the street is Culver City. So it splits right here in the middle. This is actually the side street underneath the bridge. And they're setting up right next to the houses here. They have not enforced the no camping zone here since the pandemic. There's a TV. People live in their motorhomes. People actually sleep too in the middle part. That's really unsafe. There has not been a fire for a while underneath the bridge. Before, it's that every week there was a fire. But it's so hard to believe how they accumulate all this trash here and they just throw it on the street. This is the Culver City side, and there were like at least 5 fires here. I recorded on my video. Looks like the Culver City side is a little cleaner than the Los Angeles side. Every Tuesday, I think they're gonna clean this area up here, and it goes all the way around the corner here. They're getting mad at me when I drive by. Today I'm here with Khalid and I can't pronounce your name. LG, okay. Is that okay if I put you on YouTube? Is that okay with you guys? All right. I heard they're going to do a major cleanup here on Thursday. Do you hear anything about that?
Yes, there were signs posted, and this was the major cleanup, I guess, if you could say. They just cleaned up one side, a side street, basically. They just,
And this is actually Culver City side. Are the laws different on this side than on the other side right here?
Yes.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, complete different jurisdiction, police departments, everything. Mayors, politicians, everything's different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to ask you too, in Venice, they offered everybody housing for 2 years. Did they offer you any housing here?
I haven't been offered housing once yet in my entirety of being out here, and that's going on 4 years now.
I guess I've been offered to stay at the motel. go home. But every time it's what, 7 months with it. We're gonna get a house,
Yeah.
And having nobody been out here to talk to us about it. I just have some of these organizations to come out.
And I see you got a dog right here, a dog, a cat. There's a little cat walking around.
Yeah.
Aren't you afraid being out here on the street right here? I always, looks like it's a pretty dangerous place. When I drive by, sometimes people yelling, fighting, you know, I see fights right in the middle of a street.
No more dangerous than any other place in the world. I mean, I'm born and raised in New York City. Definitely not dangerous as New York. And my family's from Haiti and Cuba.
Okay.
So in my homeland in Haiti, it's a million times more dangerous than this. Our president was assassinated in his own bedroom 2 years ago. So, I mean, there's no, like, this is child's play, yeah.
The lifestyle you live right now, you actually want to change it sometimes, or you think of changing it to try to get a job, or?
I would love to. If I had housing, I would. That's been my plan. Is once I get housing, to like go back on the path of like normalcy, and get back to my old life. Because I worked for 15 years with resources, college graduate.
I mean, how hard is it to get a job? You cannot get a job if you don't have an address. Or...
Yeah, that's pretty much the point I'm at. Yeah, it's not about not being able to work or anything, but it's just about having somewhere stable to launch off from.
And how do you survive? How do you buy your food and stuff? You get like money from the government, or?
Yeah, I get $200 in food assistance.
Yeah.
And $200 in cash assistance.
And I
do 1,000 different odd jobs.
I drive by here every day and I see actually like generous people stop the car. They provide food for you guys and blankets and stuff like this.
Yeah, the community is very generous. I cannot say, yeah.
Well, I've been here only a few minutes and it's so loud here, man. How can you actually sit here? That's like, would be crazy when you hear that motorcycle, the buses.
Sometimes it's annoying, but yeah, you learn to meditate. If you can tune this out and concentrate, you can concentrate and handle any situation when it comes to that.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me, man. I appreciate it, man.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you. Supposed to houses in January, but first they said January, then they pushed it back to June, then to July. Now we're going into August. Yeah.
And that's down the street right here that try to.
They're supposedly working. They're under construction, remodeling.
Okay.
2 hotels, but I guess they're about 7-8 months off in their projections as far as.
It is so loud here. Look at him. My German fella doesn't even care here. He's sound asleep. Look at him. He doesn't even care that I'm filming him here. He is out. When I look at you, man, you have such a good spirit, man. You're smiling, you're doing good, you're not angry, you just loving life, or?
I enjoy life every day.
Even with the situation you're in right now?
Yes, have to. This is gonna be my only chance going around the sun, so I better enjoy it and appreciate it for what it's worth. No matter what.
All right, man. Good for you.
Thank you, man. You get to see it every day, like different people, different mental health issues, and people don't understand, like, that's really the root of a lot of people's problems out here is mental health issues, and people don't address it.
I mean, you seem like super nice. Like I said, you didn't really care that I film when I'm riding by. A lot of other people scream at me, so definitely a lot of mental health issues here on the.
Oh yeah, and I don't know like what society's gonna do to help out, but I know I try to help out just by trying to be positive around with everybody.
Well, I can tell you're really positive, man. I mean, there's a lot of young people on this side, kind of aggressive. Of course, they don't like it when I film. And then there are people setting up right in the middle here. You got a huge boombox over there. Culver City side, LA side. I mean, for sure, you cannot drive this anymore. And it smells so bad here, you won't even believe it. Look at all the flies around. So this 7-Eleven is pretty close to the 405, and a lot of those people come to the 7-Eleven. There's a lot of crime here at night. People just linger around. Every time you try to go in here, people ask you for money. And they had so much crime here that they had to put up one of those little police cameras up here. They removed all. They don't have any trash cans around because they don't want the people to look through the trash cans here. Look at this, $872 million in the jackpot. That definitely can change everybody's life. I'm talking about everybody's life. I just happened to drive by last week. Somebody just overdosed right here. Police came, tried to survive him, but couldn't do it. Also, the sad thing is, you will never know what's going on here at night because most people are sleeping. You don't read anything in the newspaper here. It is actually pretty dangerous to come to this 7-Eleven here at night. Sometimes they have like 3 people line up here and the guy opens the door for you. When you come out, he opens the door again. So sometimes I give him $1 and the other 2 on the side, they're getting mad at me that I gave him the $1 and not them the $1. So can't do it right, no matter how. Yeah, so all the people from the homeless encampment, they all come over to 7-Eleven here. This machine also talks and says, you've been recorded. It seems like people don't really care if they're getting recorded. Sometimes 7-Eleven is busy, but you cannot really park here because he's there in his wheelchair. They posted a sign right here, but they didn't really clean anything. Still looks the same. It says major cleanup. He's cleaning a little bit himself. At least he puts piles together so it's easier to pick up. There's another sign right here, and I just talked to this young man here. Why didn't they clean this place, he said?
Well, there was actually a death right there, real early in the morning, so it was a day or so ago, right? There's that old guy in the wheelchair.
So he passed away?
Yeah, he passed away.
Oh, that's why they didn't clean it up.
Yeah, normally they're pretty efficient with it. Like, they always show up on time. Normally they don't really remind anybody, so most times, like, literally, if you look over there and you look at all the stuff that's there, there's reasons people are here, and so, most of the time they don't have their lives together, so they would just literally throw everything everybody has away. It'll all be gone.
I actually have a YouTube channel. Do you mind that I put this on YouTube? Is that okay with you?
That's fine, that's fine.
All right. And you trying to clean up the place a little bit here?
Well, yeah. If I don't move this stuff here, you can see there's a whole bunch of, I don't know what kind of flies you call these, but those are breeding here and they're flying into that lady's stuff. And she has all these open wounds. She's getting maggots. Over here, for some reason.
What do you say? She got all the open wounds?
Yeah, she has maggots. No, he's just, he has a YouTube channel. Anyways, I talked to the, well, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, he doesn't, I'll talk to you about it, okay?
Okay.
Anyways, there's a neighborhood council meeting. Apparently we're District 8. And I'm going to see if I can go there and maybe get them to put some dumpsters up.
Okay.
So, I think that that might kind of solve the issue. Because apparently what determines whether or not there's going to be a cleanup, what drives this, apparently is at the...
But did they offer you housing yet or no?
No housing. Over on, what is it, Juniper Street or something? Or, I'm trying to remember. There's a street like, about a mile and a half up the road where they just came through. They tore everything out, tore everything down, tore everyone down, and then I gave everybody housing though. And the housing is actually, it's not permanent stuff. They're just giving everybody motel rooms. So they got these motels.
Yeah, but the ones in Venice, they got like 2-year a voucher for 2 years in a hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be real expensive.
So that's why I'm asking if there nobody offered you housing here.
No. I mean, I've signed up for probably like 5 or 6 different things where they say it's supposed to be, for housing, but I've never gotten it. And what's odd is that it seems the people who get it, who are here, it's just like random. Like I don't even know how they get it.
No, the outreach team actually comes down and offers people housing. That's how they did it in Venice. I don't know how they do it here.
Yeah, I mean they come out. I've had outreach teams come out here, and sign me up for housing lists. But I've been here for 3 or 4 months and nothing's yet to happen. Same with the way how I've asked a lot of those people, hey, can I get some mental health services? I really need to have a therapist. And it's been 3 months and I have yet to get a therapist. I mean,
how about the Culver City side and the LA side? Is there a difference in the laws? Do you know anything about that?
Absolutely. On the Culver City side, especially recently, there's been a lot heavier enforcement, and they've actually done a couple just randomly come through and arrest a whole bunch of people. On the LA side, they don't seem to do that as much. Culver City side too, when they come through to do the cleanup, they charge completely different dates, right?
All right.
They like how they'll do it is they'll clean everything on the outside of the sidewalk. But if you're actually there and you're living there, you can basically just tell them, hey, no, don't pick up this stuff, and you can literally have a pile of trash like this and say, no, that's mine, and then they won't pick it up.
Okay.
So that's nice because it's not just disturbing everybody. But to be honest, lots of these people have too much stuff, so I think they should stick with the sidewalk thing. I think if you can't get your together enough where it's on the inside of the sidewalk, on that walkway,
yeah.
You should fucking live. Everybody's street. You know what I mean? Not just their street, especially if you're filling up with trash.
Well, I really want to say thank you for talking to me. A lot of people seem to be really aggressive when I come by, but I just really want to say thank you for talking to me, man.
Absolutely. If you ever want to talk to anybody else, I could probably get you, kind of get them, what do you call it? Not baited, get them primed, to have an interaction.
Yeah.
Especially if you pay them a little, then money talks. I don't think you're bullshit. You definitely, oh my gosh, I found it. You definitely have money, so Don't just sprinkling around really expensive shoes. That's not one of them, but I'm talking really expensive, rare shoes. I found a pair of Reebok Classics that said 1 out of 500 on them. What the fuck? Pretty cool. How many followers you got?
About 325,000. But I've done, but I got the homeless encampment in Venice, and that's how my channel actually blew up. And people are always interested what's going on in Culver City, Venice Beach area.
Really?
Yeah.
So how many views on each video?
It depends. I got some of 30,000. I got some that have 3.2 million views, So it all depends if people watch it or not.
What's your content normally like?
Everything about Venice Beach, Hollywood. I do movie locations, all kinds of stuff, So whatever is in Los Angeles area. So basically I do homeless people. I do awards shows, Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive,
Oh, wow.
everything,
It's whatever people want to see, huh?
Yeah, I just want to show what it's like to live in Los Angeles.
Get the people what they want. I love it, man.
Are you from Los Angeles?
Yeah, born and raised.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, hell, if you want, you can interview me all you like, man. I'm a atypical person out here.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. You want to be those motels, huh?
Yeah.
Want me to take you one? 'Cause, I mean, I know a guy who's at one, and you know, I'm sure you can see the inside of his room and everything, and it's crazy, man. It's just like, and they'll let you in. They're a good friend of mine. And if you want to see that, and you know, well, yeah, the whole building, right, is infested with cockroaches. Like, if you see his room, you know, like he's not doing anything wrong. Like, he doesn't have, there's not this there. There's nothing to merit cockroaches, and yet it's crawling with them. You know, young ones, old ones. There's fruit flies, and I mean, they're literally like you're sitting in the room, and if you just like relax your eyes, you can just watch all these little points moving around, like they're on the ceiling, on the walls, and it's like, it's nasty. You know, because these motel owners, you know, they're probably getting some sort of discounted rate, but they just want to fill up all those rooms now, and I bet you they're making money.
What I wanted to ask you too, I've seen like that there's a lot of ambulances here sometimes, and I see people actually dying out here.
Well, we can actually check. I just Narcan someone this morning, or I just like saved someone's life this morning. It was kind of really weird. Actually, the day before too, the day after that old man died, there was another old man that was wandering around in the street right here, right? And so everybody yelled at him and threatened him enough so that he kind of got off the street. There were some outreach people there at the time, so I went to go get myself a plate of food. After I'd gotten my plate of food, I walked back to find him on that corner opposite us, right? So just like this corner, but one opposite. He was sitting there totally exposed in the sun, you know, an old man, like probably 65 years old. His skin was crusted, looked like he had some sort of like psoriasis or something. And, you know, his eyes, I think he had cataracts, and his hair was, you know, matted. I looked at him and I said, you know, this guy's like delirious, he's wandering around. I said, what's up to him? And he said hi. He was totally responsive, totally normal. But I learned that he basically couldn't see past right here. So I guided him over to the side of the freeway where there's some shade, and I sat him down, and it's just like it brought me almost to tears, because it's like, you know, here's, you know, the day after, some guy in a wheelchair, just, you know, who no one talked to, who no one befriended, who didn't talk to anybody, just kind of rolled around just like, after he dies. The day after, everybody's just yelling at basically a very similar situation, and, you know, they're sitting there happy as smoking, laughing and talking. But this guy's sitting there baking in the sun, you know. I mean, I yelled at the people next to him. I said, what are you doing? This guy, somebody, you know, you said you felt bad about the old man who died yesterday, and here's an old man dying. You know, he had a cut on his wrist, like probably 3 or 4 inches. You know, again, an old man, like 65 years old. You know, it's just his skin was completely, like, as you can see, like, my skin's dirty right here, right? There's like dirt kind of matted up. It would take me like 2 or 3 showers to get all off, right? He had something like this, but as if he hadn't showered, like, for months,
like thick, yeah,
built up, like black, like they're just completely black, and like a exoskeleton of filth. And it's hard to see that. So the outreach people did. I got really offended for some reason. Like, well, not yelled at them, but, you know, I got very aggressive with them and got them to go over there and help the guy. And they were talking about, you know, oh well he needs to go take the bus or something, blah blah blah. And I said, the guy can't see. Like, you want me to take? Like, can you make it down to Venice Care Clinic? I'm like,
yeah.
No, we can't. Like, you know, I mean, I'm going to either call an ambulance right now or, you know.
So they do have 2 toilets here, and in the middle have like a plastic sink where you can wash your hands. This is pretty dangerous. He's so close when people make a left turn. They brought some yellow containers here to put all the trash in. Well, now we know why they didn't do the cleanup. Apparently somebody passed away, so they probably postponed it for a different day. Anyway, I see you in my next video. I don't have to say you have to like it or, you know, it's a pretty sad situation here, but I wanted to show you because they said they're going to do a major cleanup, and I've been doing cleanups in the past, so I thought I'm going to do a video about this. But he's a really nice guy. He talked to me, and that was it. I see you in my next video. Tschüssing.